There we are.
There we are. We are officially live. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Yeah, it's been it's weird being here, Randy. It just it feels like it's been like longer than a week.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. We have Joseph Michael coming in here. Let's put him in. With the dog.
Yeah. We got a full house.
Yes, we do.
Welcome.
We got the Brady Bunch.
So
Aaron Jordan is officially in the Paul Lynn Square.
I'm going to take us. I'm going to do the intro, and then we'll come back. We'll go around, introduce ourselves, and we'll get into the nice questions. We'll talk about how tired we are all from being at all the Comic Cons, doing all the. It's what we wanted. It's what we missed. They're back. I don't think my body was ready. I'm gonna roll the intro right now. Then I guess I got. Oh yeah. I do have breaking news after that. So okay. Here's the intro though.
Here we go. Hang on.
The following program contains violence, disturbing imagery, nudity, and, oh my God, why are you even watching this? Just run away. This shit is going to give you nightmares. For real. The program is rated TV MA NSFW OMFG GAF TTV BYGAS. Why are you still here? Seriously, don't watch this. We can't warn you strongly enough. Do you need a doctor of some kind? What is the matter with you?
The difference is near. It's a revolt the masses will hear. If they vote, let the people cheer. It's beautiful. The blood starts here.
Okay, so we're back. Hello, everyone. It's Tuesday night. It's 9 o'clock, so it must be time for Indie Volt. It's me, Danny Grant, the founder of Indie Volt Media. Started making comics way back in 2008. It's a long time. It's like, it really is a long time now that I think about it. Shit, I'm old. Anyway, I'm a father.
You are old. That's when I graduated.
Wow, that cut to the quick. Wow.
But I'm ashamed.
Yeah, ouch. I can't recover from that.
That's nothing. I put out a book at the show, and Lola pointed at it and said, "My mom was 12 when you did that."
That was mean, Lola. You have no conscience. I'm here joined as always by the beautiful Indie Princess, who apparently is a evil villainess. How are you tonight, ma'am?
I am not evil. I'm okay. I'm tired. The con kicked my butt too. So I'm trying to recover and catch up on college homework.
Cool.
College homework. Wow. Yeah. Randy.
College homework. Wow. I'm good. I'm Randy Zimmerman. I'm a longtime alternative and independent comics creator. I've done everything in the direct market that you can imagine, retailed for a decade, did my own newspaper for a decade. I've done numerous conventions, coordinated conventions, ran conventions. I am done just about everything in this market you can imagine. And now I'm resurrecting Arrow Comics once again, Arrow Comics 4.0, with products available for the retailer exclusively through Liberty Comics or Liberty Entertainment distribution.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, Randy. Here we are. My name is Eric Hodson. I am Dreaded Dinosaur. Dreaded Dinosaur Man is one of my comics on Webtoon. I also creator of Roddy Piper and the Kilted Avenger. Here is just a handful of copies of this book left at Pro Wrestling Tees. Otherwise, it's completely sold out. We're waiting for the second frame to come in the mail. Lots of other projects in the works as far as that's concerned. Wrestling fan artist, anime weeb, and COO of Liberty Comics Distribution. So wearing a lot of hats. but not one tonight.
Hi, I'm Aaron Jordan, creator of Wolfsbane Comics, long time comic fan. I'm fairly new at the game, but it's gonna be a learning experience for all of us.
I like to hear. I like to hear that.
Yes.
Ryan.
Yeah, I'm Ryan Magnan with Pandemoni Toy Brands. We started in 2017 for a lot of the same reason. We're doing independent entertainment brands that are for all ages, and we use we use toys as a medium. We don't use kids. We never use kids. We use toys as our medium to tell stories and just kind of break out from the pack by kind of just offering something new that in a place where it's not seen a whole lot. So.
Cool. Who's next? Joseph?
They have to unmute him.
Oh, there you go. Is he muted?
No, he's muted. Yeah, he's muted.
Is it us? Did we? Let's see.
I didn't do it. There we go. I thought, nope.
Nope. Oh, he's muted. You have to unmute yourself, Joseph.
Unmute yourself, Joseph.
Got it?
Yep.
There you got it. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Joseph A. Michael. I am a co-founder of Heroes for Causes, which is a organization that creates original comic book characters based on real life superheroes that are going through, degenerative diseases and major life complications and medical conditions.
Amazing. Cool.
Awesome.
Jeremiah, introduce yourself.
I'm Jeremiah Stemple, also a co-creator and co-founder of Heroes for Causes, and I'm just here, but for way less decades than Randy.
We're getting a feedback between Jeremiah and Joseph, I think.
I think it's fixed now.
Okay. Donovan, introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm along with the other two guys. I'm one of the co-founders of Heroes for Causes. Penciler, illustrator. I've worked for Plot Twist Publishing in Las Vegas and Black Label Comics in Jersey. Eric Cooper is the publisher. And I'm just tagging along with these other two guys.
Cool.
Very cool. Happy to have you all.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here. So, everyone's recovering from cons. I know that I'm completely tired. This is a sign of things to come. I'm gonna be taking a week off between every show, but like there was a one point where I think I wasn't home. Lola, wasn't home for like almost 2 weeks. Like there was like maybe we stopped by for a day and go to sleep. Anyway, that was a young man's game. I think probably it was like 3 years ago.
Dude, the last couple of months, I've been home for like maybe 2 or 3 days a week.
Yeah.
This will be I'll be at Planet Comic Con this weekend. It's show number 5 in a row. I get 2 weeks off, and then there's like 8 more shows for the rest of the year. So,
it felt great to be back out there, but I am tired. So,
how was Grand Rapids Comic Con, you guys?
It's good. It's good. I enjoy myself. I enjoy being back at shows, but Grand Rapids Comic Con, they put on a great show, and
always.
They had us. I was a guest, which they gave me the privilege of interviewing Walter Jones, the original Black Ranger, who's from Michigan. So that was cool. It was really cool. They took very good care of us at that show, and the fans that came in there, everybody was so excited. Even the cosplayers were even more. They've been cooped up for a year too. So
yeah,
they were really happy to be out.
They were kind of doing a boombox conga train there towards the end of Sunday. They were so happy. There was a whole group of them leading all around. We were at the Deltaplex in Grand Rapids, and that's kind of like a large arena with a bunch of littler, I should say, rooms attached to it. So it could be a real maze. In fact, one time I had to take a father and his son and guide them out because he had that look on his face like, could you just show me the exit? So it's like, yeah, follow me. Come on, we'll figure it out. But yeah, half the time I'd walk into a room and be turned around. So
yeah,
it was an adventure. Friday's crowd was a lot bigger than I was expecting, and the whole show was really well attended. So
that's awesome.
Fun. Yeah,
that's good. Yeah, I was at Steel City Con in Monroeville, just outside of Pittsburgh, and they had just had another show in June, which did gangbusters, some of the best numbers I've ever seen. And this show was almost just as good. People were wall to wall. There was a couple of mishaps with Mr. Robert England, and not as many people got his autograph that wanted it or, possibly paid for it. But he's going to make it up to him coming back in April, which is great. And but I mean, the people that run that show are fantastic. My buddy Will, who runs the show floor, did an excellent job. The celebrities were great. I got to hang out with Dr. Britt Baker, Kurt Angle, Orange Cassidy, and made friends with Miro. So that was a blast. And looking forward to doing it again in December for that show.
That's cool. I think that Eric meeting all the wrestlers is it's only a matter of time before he tells us he's hanging up the pencil and stepping into the squared circle. Only a matter.
Yeah, I'm hoping to walk out as a manager one day and everybody would be floored because I think I could pull that gig off.
I did want to tell everybody I guess I can run this.
Breaking news.
Yeah, a bit of breaking news for us. I don't know if anyone's noticed.
If there's news,
no one notices. But if you look at the YouTube, if you're watching this on YouTube, it's a couple new features there. One is that you can super chat us now.
There we go.
So we can be super chatted. So your attention can be bought.
Yes. They don't show up here in the StreamYard feed at all, do they?
Not sure. We became YouTube partners.
Amazing.
Like within the last maybe 45 minutes. So.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Sweet. Yeah. Hey, they're about to go out in the air. Click.
Hey, anybody out there in the chat? You want to send us our first super chat? Let's see what happens. Send us $1. We'll see.
We'll see how much they're going to take from me for that book. But now that means too, if you're not watching on YouTube Premium, there's all types of commercials chopping this up. Oh, so sad. Guys, I got questions from our Indie Vote mailbox, and
look at that. We look so good on YouTube, folks. If you haven't subscribed over to YouTube yet, make sure you do that. Hit that bell for notifications. We look so good there.
So nice.
That is awesome.
We got our first super chat.
There it is for $2. Con Europe 2, August 28th to the 29th. LOL.
Yeah.
Thanks, Pops.
Comic talk with Pops, man.
We appreciate you. Thanks.
We're gonna have to
loves being first.
Yeah. We'll have to do like a stained glass version of Pops or something.
Pat Koala says, "What is a super chat?"
Well, a super chat is when you
send us some money so we pay extra attention to you.
Yeah, it's kind of like a stripper senpai.
That means we're monetized over on YouTube, and we have to remind everybody we are TVMA DLSV.
Yeah, I mean,
don't let your kids listen to this if you don't
you
want
can
them.
Take away you can take away my commercial revenue, but you can't take away my super chats.
There you go.
So I'm gonna bring up the first couple of questions. They're more like statements, Randy, and you guys will you can weigh in on them and tell us what you think.
Well, how about before you do that, the great Jason Morris says Grand Rapids was a big success for me as far as art commissions, print stickers, etc. Mark always puts on a great con and always gets the big crowds. Yeah.
Congratulations, Jason. That was a good show.
And he's doing it again too in November as well. Joe Cotton says, "Yo, Randy Zimmerman looking sexy." Whoa, great. Thank you. Tonight, I can think of a lot of things. Sexing that anyway. And damn, hot Jesus, it's Sexual Chocolate himself, Variant Grant. Hi, Krista Grant. Hello, Joe. Thanks for the kind words. We deeply appreciate it.
So this is the question that got my blood boiling. Because I was talking to the person. I went back a little. We changed emails a bit. Here it is, Randy. Check it out.
Paul R. In talks with lawyers right now. But what I can say is I recently bought art from a dead man, name removed, to protect the dead. passed away due to COVID in 2020. But there he was in front of me selling prints and telling me how happy he was to finally be back to cons, ? In a nutshell, a guy has hit 3 cons pretending to be a deceased artist with an unlimited, quote unquote, high res trunk load of prints, originals, and sketch covers. Oh, man.
Oh.
Dead men walking.
Heard a star
Holy
this shit's
crap.
ridiculous.
But that would constitute, I would say, this right
full-blown
here.
fraud.
Boom.
Yeah.
That would be that.
Yeah.
100%.
But are you sure he's really dead? I guess that would be the first question. No?
I mean, if you look at it, no matter if he's really dead or not, one way or another, it's fraud. Either he faked his own death, or somebody's pretending to be him.
Maybe his
Good
career's
point.
dead.
Yep. If not, it will be.
Now, there's also it could be a I was gonna say protege, but someone he took under his wing. It could be
not if he's passing himself off as that person. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I will pass myself off as Eric Hodson if I have to.
Maybe it's something like Scott Rosema recently announced he was retiring, but he wasn't really retiring. He was just starting to collect Social Security. So everybody was coming up to him going, "Hey, I heard you're not going to do any more cons." So,
if this person died past the the big C, well, I guess it's a smaller C, but whatever. If he passed away from it, and there's a record that he's deceased, and now he's showing up at cons, and it's
is it a major artist that everyone would want print from and an autograph?
It could, because listen, it could be doing the Gallagher thing. He could sell. He could sell that.
Could be. Yep.
I wonder if there's any future in that.
Pat Qualis says, "What in the world? A variant? Send me the name. I want to be sure I don't have the name in my AA or waiting list."
Okay.
Oh, Artist Alley or waiting list. Pat Koala does the Cherry Hill Con.
No,
right?
no.
Cherry, what?
Cherry Capital Con.
Cherry Capital Con.
Yep.
Yes.
In Traverse City.
And Mark Hodges from Grand Rapids Con says variant ditto. They need to know the name.
Will do. I will send that over to you tonight. I'll send the email, forward it over. But yeah, but this person, I did go back and forth with him a bit, and this artist is dead. The person that, but I'm wondering what this person, because it says they have originals and sketch covers. Is that? I mean, because I can draw like another artist. People have called me a Mike Turner clone my entire career.
Nobody's called you that.
Yes, they have.
No,
For glorious purpose. No. But the thing is, who's selling this man's originals, his sketch covers? That's if it's actually his stuff.
I mean, it could be like an old Rob DeGranito situation where this guy's light boxing this dude's stuff.
Could be
using a tracing projector or something and aping it and seeing how long you can do it. This kind of stuff is always going to creep up. There's always going to be people out there stealing art. We just have to, when we see it, we got to call it out and let everybody know.
Do you know if Paul R. ran up on this guy and said, "I thought you were dead"?
He bought the art and returned home, and that's when.
He did his own research and found out the guy had passed. Yeah.
Yeah, like, hey, I met this guy, and then either you just have been scammed or you have a great ghost story to tell. It'd be cool as a Halloween con.
Do we know if I were to pretend I'm dead, if my toys sell more?
Yeah.
Repeat that, please.
I was just wondering if I pretend to be dead, will I be able to sell more toys that way? Do you guys know? Just asking.
We're not sure.
Possible.
I was going to make a remark about how to kill a zombie, but that might be in really poor taste.
Do we know what con this was even at?
Well, I do, but since I'm talking to lawyers, I can't.
Okay.
He's taught. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot that line up top. He's talking to lawyers.
Because I'm not sure. I believe the art that Paul bought was original, and that's the problem. Like he probably paid original prices for something that he's not sure is.
Mhm. So that's beyond fraud. That's that passes into the era or the realm of grand larceny, wouldn't it?
Is that what RICO is?
No, RICO. See, you know, being a black man, I'm also a paralegal, and I know exactly what every crime will get you. No,
Okay.
But no, RICO. Everyone has to be involved. Like there has to be. Like,
That would have to show some sort of an organization.
Yeah.
Intention. Yeah. Not a one person.
Yeah.
That's kind of con manish. And once you pass a certain dollar amount, that becomes a federal offense, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. I mean, listen, this type of stuff may happen though as we start to get back into cons, because you know some of these artists did quietly kind of pack it up and they left whole digital portfolios out there that people can get access to and manipulate and print and go out there and make themselves at least have a couple of extra grand in their pocket. That's gotta learn how to protect your art even when you might not be here anymore.
Yep.
So it's a big thing because a lot of my artist friends, they're always talking about how they're getting ripped off by like Teespring and all these different, I don't know, websites that are printing prints and t-shirts and stuff, and they're not licensing the art from the artist. So they're finding high res online somewhere. They're popping them off. And yeah, I know they're not the copyright or trademark owners of even the characters, but then they're just taking the art, throwing it on t-shirts, presenting it as their own. And then all these, people that are hardworking artists aren't seeing any of that. So it's, these pop-up fly-by-night t-shirt companies and, print-on-demand companies that are probably raking in a lot of money off of these.
It's true. Yeah. I also have a friend up on Facebook that watches eBay for people trying to sell other people's originals that are obvious light boxes. He likes to post those and warn people, to look for the obvious signs of fraud. Zombie art gets top dollar, he just says.
I actually saw an artist that they had one of those, they had caught on to this Teesprings thing or whatever, whoever the company was. I don't want to name them, but it was an algorithm doing it, and they stuck in some like fake art. I wish I could find it, but they stuck in some art that said, this company's stealing my art. If you're buying this shirt, it's stolen from this artist. And they got it on a shirt from this algorithm tricking it.
Good for them.
Epic stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I have the next question.
A little bit of mutual con love in the chat between Mark and Patrick, admiring each other's shows. Yeah.
It's better than us artists. We're always looking to, I hate your art. No, I actually like Eric's art. I like to trace it.
Yeah, Pat says depends upon the value. Depends upon the value, Randy. Larceny, grand larceny, and such have dollar amounts tied to them. Yeah. Okay.
This one. All right, here's the next question or statement.
So buyer beware when you're at conventions.
And it's from our friend Papa Cap.
Papa Cap. Hey, Papa. What we need, should I change that my voice? What we need is a summit to figure out pricing, scheduling, and more as it relates to indie comics across the board. We've never had more of a chance than we do right now to take the controls of the mainstream. Instead, we've some folks carving out fiefdoms to themselves and hoarding every dollar they can. I get the free market. But we need to organize now. Absolutely, Papa. Actually, it's a wild, wild west out there, and especially when it comes to crowdfunding.
I see. A couple things here.
I can imagine Papa like sitting on his little throne here or whatever, just like master planning something.
It's throne made out of pencil stubs.
Yeah.
Melded together.
The time is right to strike.
Now is the time. Yes.
I'm in this delicate situation of being able to. So it was. I want to say something, but I know what there's no way I walk away from saying this unscathed.
About what? The indie or the fiefdoms or what?
Just the whole letter, everything. I mean, he's got a point.
Okay.
He's got a point.
He does
Some
have a
organization
point.
will be good, but we're never gonna get there. You're trying to.
We don't really want to take control of the mainstreams anyway.
And you can't. Well, no, it's like herding cats, trying to get everybody to come down to one price point between everybody. Because I mean, it's herding cats, and that's never going to work. But
the market is slowly shaking itself out, though.
Scheduling. Oh, hey, Aaron, man, yeah, I know you want to drop your book in January, but listen, buddy, I'm making my drop of mine in January. So, are you going to blink? You know, we'll turn into little movie studios. What kind of crap?
Having a hard enough time scheduling weekly podcasts.
Yeah.
Everybody overrunning everybody else.
Then the next thing, I gotta go
organize. You have somebody in charge, and who are we all going to agree can be in charge?
There you go. That's the key.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's I wouldn't want to be in charge. No, not me. What do you guys think though? Do you feel that there are some people out there who are being greedy? Is that fair?
Free market, charge what you feel is best for you, and see if the market will pay it. Yeah, that's pretty much the way it is right now.
People being greedy, yes, and I won't name them, but I have seen a couple of times where somebody's trying to get a book done, goes to hire an artist, and as soon as somebody else finds out about it, they offer that artist more so that they can grab them first, because they're trying to directly stop that person from doing their book so that they can get theirs first.
That's low.
That's not okay.
No, that's bad. Yeah, it's a little unethical right there.
Artists, they want to get paid for their time. They're going to take the better offer.
Right.
So it's not the artist's fault. It's the creator's fault who tried to snipe the artist, basically.
Yeah.
Well, this is another reason why you want to get people under contract, because at least that gives you something to fight with if something like that one happens. Like, hey, no, you signed a contract with me. You need to do this. I'll call my attorney.
Yeah. Pops wanted everybody to know that he is not Papa Cap. not Papa Cap.
No.
I am also not Papa Cap.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
And
it's just an awesome name, Papa. That's all. Whoever you are out there, good name.
Well, I mean, Donovan, Jeremiah, Joseph, you guys have an organization, Heroes for Causes. Tell us a little bit about how you managed to organize that. How did you bring that about?
Very loosely.
On a Facebook group, to be honest, with me just originally wanting to make a cosplay character to hand out information about cystic fibrosis, and these guys thought it would be great as an entire comic book, and now we've got our second cause-based book out with a second issue of the first one coming out soon. Well, starting to work soon. Sorry, I'm exhausted.
It's all right.
That's incredible, and I'd love to talk sideline about scleroderma maybe being on the docket sometime. That's the autoimmune disease that I have. But you guys, obviously, you share a passion for the same thing, and to our Papa Cap's question, any organization is going to have to come from people with shared values. We can't all organize and all have different, missions. That's just not going to work. You have to coalesce around certain things that you all share.
I think, I was going to say, you guys are doing with Liberty Entertainment Distribution and Indie Volt. I mean, it takes a, collection of equal minds to, all come together and delegate tasks, and no one puts each other above one another. Me, Donovan, and Jeremiah, although Donovan might put in tons and tons more hours than the rest of us, or we all feel, I hope so, that we're equals, and everyone has an equal say in the way that we run things, or how any decisions we make publicly, or any causes that we bring on. It's just a society of equals. Democracy, we kind of bring everything together, and no one stands above one another. So
exactly.
I think ironically our biggest challenge, and Jeremiah and Joseph can speak more to this than I can, is that we have to get through the wall of people trying to figure out where we're scamming them when we bring our projects to them. We're like, no, look, the three of us don't make any money off of anything. Everything goes back into production, and then back, obviously the lion's share goes to research and whichever cause that we're based on. And it just watching from the sidelines as Joseph and Jeremiah have spoken with different organizations as we're trying to discuss, it feels like there's a real hesitancy, and they're like, well, what's the catch? So it's kind of almost the opposite, if that makes sense. I think there's to answer the question from my point of view, I think that Comicdom is a large enough group that there's something for everybody. And if you're willing to pay $50 for an omnibus or $85 for an omnibus from this one individual, then you'll do it, and that market will be found, my opinion. But as far as what we've gone through is just everybody's like, well, what are you guys really after as far as drawing these funny little pictures with these characters? And we have to come at it from a very sincere aspect and be like, no, look, we really want to help. We just want to be good people.
That was the biggest thing. Like through all weekend at MegaCon, start trying to sell our books and letting people know about the second book. Every time I would tell somebody what we sell the books for, they were like, "Nah, you're lying." They're like, "What's the catch?" Because literally, I tell them, they're like, "How much is the book?" "Whatever you want to pay for it." Since ours is all donation, it's just love trying to put some good in the world.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason we charge a dollar amount on our website is because that includes shipping and everything else. When they see us at cons, it's literally pay us whatever you feel is fair. And they kept not believing me.
So basically, we guilt people into paying more than they probably should, is how it works. Pay what you want. If you don't want anybody to get better.
Yeah, it's almost like you're so outside of the box, you've really caught people off guard.
Yeah.
One of the things I've learned from doing conventions, if you want to make your job easy, make your booth McDonald's. So you might want to maybe put a price list of, I want to do the bare minimum and feel good about myself, pay this much. I want to outdo the last guy, pay this, something like that.
We tried that at first. Like we were telling people, that it's a minimum $3 donation. I mean, we're noticing that people would either not get the book at all or just give us the $3. When I started saying whatever you want, 90% of our donations over the weekend were $20 and $15. People went way over when I said whatever you want. Where if I could put $1 or like a minimum, they paid the minimum.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. We were playing around with it for a while, and that came out was the best one for us. So just telling people that they could choose.
And did you get anybody just walking away with a free book?
2 people, and one was a 7-year-old with cystic fibrosis, which is what the book is, and the other one was a little boy with cancer.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody else even tried to ask for just free books.
Man.
Not one.
I remember I had books priced at $3.
There were 2 other people who got free books, but they didn't walk by my table. They sent for me. And that was John Barrowman and Dave Coulier. Sent their rep to me to tell me to come to them and give them books.
Nice.
That's cool. I learned that I had to actually, when my books were priced at $3, I had to actually put up 3 fingers because 3 sounds like free. So people would, I remember this one guy, to my horror, he said, "How much are books?" I said, "They're 3." And he's like, "Thanks." And walks off, and to a crowd of people. And I'm like, well, son of a bitch. He's gone. Ah, well. I think that I have one more question, I believe. Yep, there we go. Give me 1 second.
Grind it up.
Read this one in your angry voice, Randy.
My angry voice.
It's from Anonymous. I didn't know who.
A mouse? Anonymous. I also noticed in my neck of the woods a lot of indie, quote, table games, unquote, spillage from Kickstarter to the con floor. Odd, we can't go sell or buy comics at their crafter shows, but then can come to a Comic Con and take up space. Do you guys know of any shows that actually put the comic books back into the convention?
What does he mean by put them back in? Like, is allowing them to sell there, or?
Put the comics
It
back.
just sounds like he wants comics only, no anything else. You know,
I'm convinced that
You get, I do know there's one here in Brandon, in Florida, that specifically has been announcing that they are a strictly comic book show, strictly for the real fans.
oh,
And I was like, oh, like I could comment on the thing. I was like, define real fan. And what they meant is they're only for high-end collectors.
Mm.
So, you know, not the real fans, just the people willing to spend the most money. But, any good show is going to be like, you know, like a buffet of choices.
yeah.
They're going to have comics and anime and toys and games and E&D stuff. And if you want to draw the biggest audience possible, and in order to do that, you got to have a wide selection of choices.
Absolutely.
I don't know, man. I've been told a lot of stuff about cons recently. You know, they're the showcase of the socially inept. Was that it, right?
Don't make us run that video. You want me to run that video?
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Okay.
We'll wait.
No.
I don't know. I do know a lot of people who've made games. I was looking at a friend of mine who made a game, tabletop card game, and he was selling it pretty well at the show. I'm not sure when he launched it. I think if he did launch it in 2019, I think that people were making a lot of stuff at that point because they were stuck at home, wanted to know to do with the family. So these different, people were making. I don't think there's. Are there any puzzle? Are there any tabletop? I guess there are tabletop.
A lot of them tabletop games almost look like comics anyway. We have a company here that does it locally. I mean, within half an hour of 45 minutes of where I'm at, that does games and it's rather successful. Has some rather successful Kickstarters from it, but they also do comic tie-ins as well with the products that they do.
Yeah, I think if you're going to make it in this space, you need to have it across the board. Everything goes approach. You know, maybe you're right. Maybe like our friend Ryan, his IP starts as toys, but also includes comics. Where Dinosaur Man for me is comics first, but I want to include toys. Our friend of the show, Luke Stone, he released with his last, maybe it was two ago. He had an RPG book that came with his.
Yeah,
a game component mixed with it for tabletop gaming. So I think you're foolish as a creator to limit yourself to only doing books if you've got the capabilities or the opportunities to broaden outside of that.
Agreed.
Okay. After answering it with such a smart.
Well, go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
I can't add anything smart mouth onto the end of that one.
I was going to say, Anonymous, the market is changing. It's been evolving for especially the last 5 to 10 years, where it's enlarging in a lot of different and interesting directions. And you're probably just going to have to go along for the ride on that. I don't think you're going to see very many strictly comic cons anymore. You're always going to have somebody in there selling crafts, selling something unusual. And as comics go out and stretch out into the mass market, which we all hope it does, because stretching out into the mass market means more recognition, more sales for everybody. You're going to see the variety show up at the conventions. You know, at least you're not, it's not turning into like a Ship Shawana type situation where somebody's selling socks. Well, there might actually be some media tie-in socks that'll be there eventually, but hopefully it'll still stay genre friendly and accessible for everybody.
I mean, at the end of the day, there's an old saying that it is legitimate for any business, but specifically ours, and that's adapt or die.
Yeah.
Especially the more fans we get, we have to be able to adapt to what, the now people who are just starting to like comics because they're, maybe younger and just now getting into it. What they're liking, we have to be able to adapt to that, whether it be the art style, the content, the, branching out past just comics, whatever it is, adapt.
Yeah, and then I'll say for the show that I was at this past weekend, Steel City Con, one of the reasons why it remains one of my favorite promotions is that the show floor is so eclectic. I can literally walk down an aisle and I'll see, our friend of the show that does the Puma comic and the He's got like 2 or 3 other properties as well.
Tap Dance Killer.
Dance Killer, yeah. And right next to him will be somebody selling some old like Milton Bradley board games, like wrapped in the plastic, still brand new, some old records.
Sure.
And next to him will be a table of long boxes. Then there'll be the people selling ice cream and fudge. And then there'll be people with like a whole bunch of 80s toys.
Good evening, Grant.
You know, maybe a booth with some T-shirts and somebody selling old I mean, it has a bit of a flea market feel, but it's just an eclectic nerdtopia. You know, one of the reasons why I keep going back is I never know what I'm going to see there. So I think having that element at your shows, it just brings that element of mystery. And you know, a show would get stagnant if you know there's going to be the same 4 long box sellers, you know, and maybe the same 3 or 4 comic book players. And that's all it ever is. It all just starts to blend together. But if you've got a variety that keeps the senses popping, keeps you looking around, you're going to see more stuff.
Yeah, I think Pat Koala said it best there in the chat. If the business isn't growing, it is dying.
Yep.
So you're always going to see that evolution and that change. But the thing is, also anonymous, is I'm seeing exactly the opposite. I had Eric from Caliber mention to me when I was at Grand Rapids show, got to talk to him for a little bit. He said he's now going out there and looking for conventions that aren't necessarily comic shows to set up at, because he's finding everybody wants to be entertained. Everybody loves comics, and there's no better way to get out there in front of the masses than to do the unusual. So he's setting up, because I've set up at rock and roll shows. I've set up at when I was doing the paper, I was set up everywhere, all within my area. Anytime there was a show that had a table available to me, I was out there pushing the paper. But Eric's talking about doing gun and knife shows with the military oriented books that Caliber has, doing horror shows with the horror or the horrific titles that Caliber has. And he's selling a lot to people who wouldn't normally think of buying comics.
That's a great point. My publisher, Mess Bucket Comics, so we do the Roddy Piper book. He's doing a hockey themed book about his old hockey stories, and also the biography of a prominent hockey star from the Detroit Red Wings, Darren McCarty. And he's been setting up at like minor league baseball games and NHL games. He's wanting to get up into Canada and do some of the minor league hockey circuit up there. He's made more money at those shows than he has at any Comic Cons selling comics.
Yeah. So you never know. We just got to stretch out there and get the widest audience we can. And that means that the floor is going to be eclectic. Yeah. The show floor. Pregnant Pause brought to you by Liberty Entertainment Distribution.
Speaking of Liberty, I we've been unloading a bunch of new publishers coming in. Really exciting time. It's when they send me the books, I have this program that shows me where all the mail, all the scanned in mail from different companies are when they come into my location. So it'll be, a couple over here, a couple over there. But this is big blob of like color coming. It looks like it looks like a hurricane. Because you can hit progression and it shows. It looks like we're about to get hit with but it was a package is coming. I'm really excited about that. People are sending us in books. Stores are signing in and signing up. I talked to a store owner today. It was this morning, and so I took a nap, so I threw my time off. But he told me this is great, being able to know that you did the Liberty Pledge. He thought that that's something that's going to allow him to be able to take a lot more chances and buy some books that he ordinarily might not be able to get. So he'll be placing an order this coming Friday. So excited to help him out, bring him on. Still working to get that catalog finished, because when people come in, I'm like, okay, he kind of pushing the deadline back because just trying to add as much of that catalog as I possibly can. Speaking of deadlines, though, one deadline that's come and gone, Randy, is the Indie Vote Comic Book Awards. That's it. No more submissions. No more submissions. So
submission window is officially closed.
Yeah, so now we're gonna get our judges together. They're gonna read those books. They're gonna figure out which ones they like, and we're gonna be giving some awards away September 18th,
Nice.
a month from tomorrow.
Oof! It's only 4 weeks away. Holy crap!
Yeah. Oof.
So speaking of things that are awesome and award winning, and or they should be, did Joseph tell you we have something special for you tonight, Marion?
I was not told. I like surprises.
So for our new book, we have a Virgin variant cover we're doing that we have showed to nobody because we decided to hold it for you tonight to show for the first time.
Ooh, let's see.
Hopefully he'll be sending it to you in just a second because I told him to.
Let me see here. Is it okay, let me see here. Is it in the private?
While we're digging that up, Mark Hodges at Grand Rapids Con says, we promote at women's expos, music festivals, pass out cards at parade, etc. Don't limit yourself. No, it's like the writer a couple of letters before. This is a great time for comics. This is the time for the independent and the alternative people to do creative things, the creative people to do creative things, find creative outlets in order to get that comics out in front of the masses. It's very important.
When we can.
People are out there desperately looking for entertainment right now, especially. So, and comics have always been shown to thrive during the hardest of times, especially the hardest of economic times. They were created in the Depression. World War II was a big boom for comics. Vietnam War was another big boom for comics. So, despite the cover prices, it's still cheap and inexpensive, high quality entertainment out there compared to everything else. So, spread the love.
He said he sent it to you, Varian.
He sent it? Okay, did he send it? Let me see. The messenger?
I just sent it.
Or,
it's not in the green room.
He may have sent it to the messenger. Let me take a look and see.
He sent it.
Oh.
While we're bringing that up, make sure you're hitting like and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. We've had some great growth happen, and we want to keep that momentum moving. So if you're not subscribed, go ahead and smash the like button, the subscribe button. That way you get alerts to when we go live every Tuesday, every Wednesday, every Thursday morning, on Saturdays, on Sundays.
Sunday mornings, yeah.
All the time.
And we are now officially monetized, so you can actually tip us.
Just the tip.
And you, yes, just the tip over on YouTube.
Now you
so
can.
super chats are available. So don't be afraid. There we are. That's looks really good, but it's very small.
It is very small.
Oh, look at that. That looks.
There we go. There we go. Keep going. Awesome. Look at that. Keep going. Keep going. That's sweet.
That's the Virgin variant for our new book, Center Ice.
That's
very cool.
Gorgeous. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Look at that. I love those colors.
Yeah. I got on shades, but that's
Awesome. This is the one we're doing for pediatric brain cancer with American Cancer Society.
Oh, fantastic.
So this
very cool.
Yeah. And this hasn't been seen anywhere yet. So this is an exclusive.
Yeah.
Yep.
I gotta talk. I gotta talk all over like hip hop DJs do.
Exclusive.
That's pretty cool. I like that. Now, is that gonna be a poster or is that a cover we're gonna get?
It could be a Virgin variant for the actual book itself.
Gotcha. Yeah. So I was going to say, you don't want that logo going over that face in the back. That's great. Just a great piece.
I in the background there.
Say again.
That's Mr. I.
Okay.
When we worked with Weston, the kid, he's only 14, had brain cancer 4 times. Still plays hockey every weekend. We worked with him on this one. Since he actually plays hockey, that's why we got the whole, the hero having a whole hockey theme and ice powers and things like that. Cool. The 22 on the hero's jersey there is Weston's actual jersey number. And when he was telling us a lot of the cancer treatments are really old from like the late 50s, early 60s, he said especially the MRIs. So we made a bad guy named Mr. I. And he attacks by making taking old recycled parts and making robots.
Wow.
Okay. Ingenious.
And then the hero himself, think like if Shazam played ice hockey.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Those colors are amazing. I want to see that with a little chrome to it too. That would really stick out.
That's because you like shiny
I do.
covers. Yeah,
We're doing full foils of that cover.
Are you okay? Yeah. A friend of mine. She messaged me. She says, her daughter just asked when the next huge costume party is. Her daughter, my friend Shannon. That's the next one for her is Cherry Capital Con, October 29th through the 31st.
There we go.
At the Grand Traverse Resort. So that'd be the next con that I'm actually
I'll be
you
doing
guys.
my con here in Orlando on the 28th.
You Floridians and your cons, it seem like you guys never stopped.
We don't. We have one like every 2 weeks.
Hey, any reason for me to get down to Florida? I'm there.
Yeah. That was really cool being able to take Lola to Florida for her first time, and I remember her getting out the car and swearing because the heat was different. Now this is a woman who spent a year in California, but so she said something was spiritually different.
Oh yeah,
about the Florida heat.
And it's no joke. So
yeah, it was. We stayed in. We stayed down the street from Universal, so we probably paid. I'm told. We paid a lot more for everything than need be.
Oh, you did.
Yeah. But everyone that was there, that show was very nice. You guys were at MegaCon. Eric. When did I do MegaCon with you? Was that the last time you did it?
Yeah, I believe so. I think that was like 2017, 2018, I think.
Yeah. And everyone was so nice, but everyone worked for Disney.
Pretty much.
Well, I mean, you are like 3 miles from Disney when you're at MegaCon, so
yeah.
So there's plenty of good towns. I was just in Tampa Bay for MetroCon, big anime show there. It was absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to my wife will be coming back to Jacksonville for WasabiCon in October, so she's looking forward to that. Love doing the anime weeb shows. A lot of fun there. But yeah, any reason to get down to Florida, I look for it.
Well, hey, when you're in Tampa, let me know, man. We'll hook up.
Sounds good.
No one ever asked me to hook up when I'm in out of
That's
state.
what
Let's see how this.
problem
Yeah. I'm gonna do it inconveniently now. I'm gonna wait. I'll call you one night, 2 o'clock in the morning. Jeremiah, can I borrow your sofa?
Well, now that you're finally back to going cons, you're finally doing shows again, you can venture out.
Yeah. You know, it's
maybe we'll go back to Smoking Pig next year.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, I gotta go on a diet before I go back. Connery says, Varian Grant, Jeremiah add a werewolf to it. Oh no, not werewolves to the story. We know how.
We love werewolves here at Indie Volt. Please send all of your werewolf images, your favorite werewolf projects to the Indie Volt email address at the end of the show.
Well, we don't have any werewolves at the moment, but
Yet.
Terrified.
You don't have any werewolves yet.
Fair point.
Grandpa Scott Joe Cotton says, hockey and comics, is there a poutine scene? Poutine? I can't say that.
Poutine.
Yeah.
Well, there's no poutine scenes at the moment.
Thank God. I don't know if I want to draw that.
Astronomicon next weekend should be fun, Mark says.
It's bad enough. Donovan was trying to draw this comic during the NHL finals. Like he was trying to not draw their actual uniforms, but caught himself kept doing it. He was trying to watch the finals while drawing.
It was horrible. I was tired of looking at hockey players for a while.
Pop says my next con will be Hall of Heroes in Elkhart, Indiana, first weekend of September, celebrating my birthday. Happy birthday, Pop.
Happy birthday, Pops.
He's they got a chance to meet Pops for the first time physically in the meat space. They call it. I guess it's the meet Pops.
In the meat space.
In the meat space. He's pretty much. It's pretty much Pops. What you see is what you get. You know.
He knew who he was when he walked into the room.
Yeah.
IRL in real life, as the kids say.
Lola said she thought he was taller. Was it taller, Lola? She thought he'd be taller.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And people think I'd be. Well,
that's funny. That's what they said about you.
Yeah, everyone's like, Varian, why are you? Where's the rest of you? Buddy, was there an accident? Are you okay? Why are you so small? Like you just grew outward. That's what I did. I grew. I think I'm more space this way instead of this way now.
You can't all be giants, right?
No.
Yeah, and if you want to see a picture of all of us standing, just check out our Facebook pages. We've posted pictures from the Grand Rapids Con there.
Yeah, because you guys know there are promoters who are actually really like insecure about their height. They go through great lengths to not promoters, but comic book guys who go through great lengths to stand in that position so that I don't want anybody to know how much of a shrimp I am.
It's usually the ones that have their camera set low.
Yeah.
And aimed up. Yeah.
Now, I want to talk about something that's interesting to me, by the way. I've been buying a lot of toys. And I know Ryan is our toy guy here. I've been buying a lot of action figures. I found a Rocketeer at the con that I liked. I'm the Rocketeer and the Phantom were two movies that for some reason are still very near and dear to my heart, even though I kind of recognize, that's cool.
There we
I
are.
kind of recognize that both those movies weren't received that well, but I still love them. So I buy all the stuff, and I've always liked those two characters anyway. But Ryan, making toys, it's all the rage. That's what you do.
Yeah, I wish I knew that before I got in. I might not have done it. I don't know. Everybody's doing it, it's not as cool. Or there's more competition, I should say.
Well, I would imagine that you're kind of like ahead of the game there. They come to you.
Kind of, we are starting to get a lot of indies coming to us and saying like, "Hey, I want to make my comic into a toy. What do I do?" So I'm always happy to answer questions. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you ever partner with a partner for a charity cause? Let me know.
Sure.
So let's just say, because I'm petty and vain and cruel. I am. I'm like a Greek
Who's
god,
not?
except with no powers. But let's say I wanted a toy, and I call you today, and I say, Ryan, I want a Variant Grand action figure with, raccoon skin hat and other stuff. Okay. Exactly. At what point from me making that order can I get my figure in my hand?
How long does it take? I would get more or less 18 months because you have to do the modeling. You have to, kind of make 3D tests and, 3D prints of the actual toy. And I don't know, before you go into mass production, you want to make sure everything is right. And you also have to do consumer safety testing and stuff. So yeah, overall 18 months. There's a lot to it, and then it's also quicker or slower depending on how complicated you want your toy to be. So if it's just like the McDonald's figurines that don't do anything, or any blind box thing you get, that's really simple. But something with 100 points of articulation will probably take you a couple of years.
This needs to be realistic, so that doesn't need that much articulation.
Yeah,
But do you want the removable hat or no, or shades, or do they stay on?
I think the shades can come off. The hat should probably do a little spin thing.
Oh, okay.
We'll put a mechanism in there.
Now you got to call an engineer to design that thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to get your the website you sent me, but it's giving me some problems saying that I
think realistically, Varian, you should just have your own salt shaker.
Yeah, I'll give you another link.
Yeah, Variant Grand salt shaker. That'd be kind of cool. I'm salty all the time. I love salt on my food. This works great. I'll get those. We did try something. Lola tried something that Lola. I got a question for you. You tried unveiling a new Indie Volt product over the weekend.
It failed.
You tried cashing the franchise. I want to hear you say it. It what?
It failed.
It failed. But you tried something that didn't work. She launched Randy Soapbox Soaps. And she didn't sell as many as she thought she was going to sell. So here's what you do, Lola. You need to give me the concept. I'll take over from here. And I'll turn it into a hit. How about that? Did you give Randy some?
It did.
Yeah, I got one.
Did you take a bath with it?
What?
Did you take a bath with it? Have you used it?
No. It's awesome. I'm not gonna use it. I'm just gonna sit there and look at it.
I see.
Pops bought 2 of them.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah.
So this is my screen? Okay. Or is this someone else's?
This is me. I found
Okay.
it.
Sorry, you have
Alternation figures.
Yeah, I have
phase 2.
That's Alternation Action Figures phase 2, and this is over on Kickstarter. Can you play the video?
You know what? I don't remember if I clicked a video.
Add audio.
Yeah, you gotta click that on. I wish that was just the default was on.
Right?
There we go.
Blow it up.
Alternation. Sabotage. Cybernetic soldier, one of the world's deadliest threats. To protect humanity, our agents searched the globe for human-animal hybrids, and from our secret base, we raised and trained them to be the covert strike team GK Delta. Bellray, the leader, a combination of sailfish, stingray, and electric eel DNA, giving his lightning storm ability and deadly stingray tail.
Take them down, Deltas.
Dart, the youngest, bullfrog, dart frog, and tree frog get into power extraordinary distances.
Take that, Frogface.
Albert 7, a hybrid of the mighty bull and mischievous monkey, equipped with a joke, as he is agile.
Joke's on you, metalhead.
Fulroy, the team's powerhouse, a combination of porcupine, rhino, and bat. Kinetic launching quills make his point.
Oh, that's cool.
Sabotage. But they haven't seen anything yet.
Alternation, humans, hybrids, heroes.
Well, these are the new characters. Yeah. You could stop it there if you want. It just plays.
Those look really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is freaking amazing.
There are 2 new villains here. So
watching that commercial takes me back to when I was a kid and I was a model. The thing that they taught me first and that I didn't recognize was that we never played with the toys facing us like kids usually do if they buy a toy. It's always facing the camera so that the commercial can show how cool the toys are. That took me back, and I really want those figures now. So man, it worked.
You can buy them through the Kickstarter, and that'll actually go towards our reward. We need quite a bit of help on this. We debuted in 2019, right at Christmas time, and thought 2020 was going to be our year. So something happened with that, and
oops, yeah, because
yeah, we actually had planned to release these in 2020, but just with logistics and everything, we plan out our inventory ahead of time, and we bought a bunch of extra inventory for conventions and retailers that were closed, so it just didn't make sense to release them back then, and now we're asking for the public's help, our fans' help, and new fans' help to help us bring out some more characters and kind of get us back on track.
Can't help but see this as a comic series.
It was. We actually did. If you remember the old Superpowers toys or He-Man, of course, Masters of the Universe had the pack-in comics that were about a couple inches tall.
Sure,
we did the same thing. Yeah, we did the exact same thing with these. Unlike them, we made it a series, but they are all standalone adventures. But they do connect to a larger arc, and yeah, those are all packed in. And then we also got picked up by Dark Horse for one issue graphic novel. They did that. That was cool.
Yeah.
And then we do short stories. We did webisodes. We talked to some studios about making it into an animated series. Talks didn't go anywhere. Some of them are still outstanding. I don't know what's going to happen with that, but it's tough to get a cartoon made, even if you're somebody, not like me.
The quality that you're putting out here, this is incredible.
Thank you.
I love all of the little features, especially with the guy that has the spikes shooting out of his back. Those types of things. This is some really high caliber stuff. So if you're just listening on the radio, make sure you're checking out Pandemoni Toy Brands on Kickstarter and take a look at this. These action figures are tremendous looking. We want to do our audience. We want our audience to do everything they can to help make this happen.
Yeah, I thank you for pointing that out. It was really important to us that we show how much quality you could get for these retail. They're all under $25, different price points, but every one of them is under $25. But what you could get for the same cost as Star Wars Black or Marvel Legends, those types. That kind of price point, you're getting features and lots of accessories, a little comic. And then you did see in the video, I'm very proud of the fact that we have a working scale whoopee cushion with one of the characters. So one of the accessories is a real whoopee cushion.
So talk to us a little bit. I mean, how much of this are you doing in-house? How much of this is outsourced overseas? Is it a domestic company that's putting these together?
We started off. There's lots of different facets to the thing. Concept artists we got from all around the world. So a lot of folks from U.S., South America, and Eastern Europe were primarily where our concept artists were. I just was kind of looking for something different that just didn't look like anything else out there. I think we got it. The rest of the creative team was third party. They were all contractors, but all domestic. And then factory, of course. We had to go to China. One day I would like to. I mean, long-term goal would be to do something like bring manufacturing back to the U.S. But that's kind of way over my head right now. But a guy can dream and all that. So yeah, I guess that kind of covers all of the production process. Yeah.
Well, let's go through your pledges. Of course, we got pledge $1 or more. You get your name and rank on gkdelta.navy.
Yeah, gkdelta.navy is what we call, or you probably heard the term before, ARG game, an altered reality game. If you go to the website, it acts as if you're stumbling on an in-universe website that's made by the military, and it gives you instructions on how to hack it and all that. Once you're inside, you get to read all the files on all of our characters. You get to experience some of their adventures. We do fake podcasts and fake news stories that look as though these creatures were spotted out in the wild. So it's a lot of fun, and it's for kind of the casual or diehard fan. If you want to go on there and just straight see adventures, that's listed on there as well.
Awesome. And then you have a digital download tier.
Correct. Yeah. So we put out short stories every month. I think somebody, I don't know if it was before we went on, but was talking about pulp comics where they'll have an illustration and stories. We've been doing that quite a bit. We present our stories in a report format as if it was written by the characters. And so we've produced, I think, 6 short stories so far, and one of the rewards is going to be a short story that's totally exclusive to the Kickstarter.
All right. Oh, that's awesome. And give something for our overseas people who maybe don't want to pay for the shipping and stuff. They can still they can still chime in, and they can still support the work, which is great. Now, this is the one I'm buying because I love this bomber guy. The design of this guy is crazy. So $24 or more, you get the bomber action figure.
Eric, you and me both being action figure collectors. There's these figures. They also put me back in being that kid in my bedroom. They kind of masters of the universe. Even though I don't have the figures here in my hand, I kind of get that vibe from them. So it definitely tugs on the nostalgia heartstrings.
Oh heck yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Masters of the Universe was kind of the first to really do that, like action figure with kind of you want to call it a gimmick or a power feature. I guess G.I. Joe had the kung fu grip, but you know what I mean. Masters of the Universe really took it all the way.
The $29, you got the Alf action figure. Then I assume it's a little bit more because this guy's got these massive wings, right? He's a lot more.
He's
huge.
Right, he's huge. The box is huge, and he also has the most articulation of any of our characters yet. And he's got some color change features on his wings. He's got a switch activated jaw opens and glow in the dark eyes.
That's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
So for $54, which is a bargain for these toys, honestly, you can get Phase 2 complete, both Alpha and the Bomber combo. You can get for $106, you can get 2 sets, and $188, you get Phase 2 Standard Edition Phase 1. So what's the you get? So that's your previous release.
Correct. Yeah, you can get everything we've ever made, all in one combo, and all the other stuff.
Yeah, that's quite a few figures too.
Yeah, so that's 8 figures total. So you're averaging about $23.50, I think, if I remember correctly, per figure. Yeah.
Very cool, very reasonable. So let's see what our audience can do.
Yeah. If they go to the Kickstarter, the easiest way to find the Kickstarter is alternationkickstarter.com. Yeah, we have 14 days to go. We need as many pledges as we can get. We're counting on volume more than high price points. So
sounds good. Oh man, yeah, that bomber dude with that gun, that's so sweet looking.
Thank you. He's going to have a launching tail. Like his special feature is he's got that scorpion kind of tail. It's going to end up shooting out a sticky liquid filled ball that kind of splats and then it reforms. So
cool.
Yeah.
And again, that's Alternation Action Figures Phase 2 over on Kickstarter. Go over there and take a look. Great toys.
Thank you very much, guys.
Yeah, no problem. We'll have to get him. We'll talk to him about distributing those with Liberty at some point.
Absolutely.
Aaron, explain yourself here. We got
Aaron, explain yourself.
I didn't do nothing.
Wolf's Bane #1. Now, I want to make it clear. It's a werewolf.
Nah, that's an alien, man. I don't know what you're talking about. That's a werewolf.
Wolf's Bane #1 pre-order. Werewolf versus detectives. Find out who comes out on top in this crime-style horror story where we explore what makes a man a monster. Well, clearly he's a werewolf, so he's horrible. He's like the worst type of monster. Oh, look at him. Look at him. I'm gonna play this video. If it gives me nightmares, we're gonna have a talk.
Nah. Literally, that's all I could do. At some point, it's like I focused so much on the comic.
Mm-hmm.
I did not have enough money to do the video. Right now, I'm working on the trailer myself through Hit Film.
Mm-hmm. It's not bad though. It's still there's a video there.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at the campaign here. Let's see here.
And for our listening audience, that's Wolf's Bane, WULFSBANE.
Mm-hmm. over on Kickstarter now.
On Kickstarter, yeah.
24-page mature horror noir story. Let me go through the. See, there's some art up here. That looks good. Let's see here. See now, who's your artist on this one?
Oh, it's Thomas Muzzle. He's I'd say he's a veteran artist. He's been doing this for 30 years, so he's pretty great.
This looks good now. My page key. Okay, I keep losing the page here. December 2021 is when you. So is the book finished, or do you have a couple more pages left?
The book is about 90% finished. I have 2 more pages that need to get colored, and 4 more pages that need to get lettered.
So I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you try to explain to me why I need to read a book about werewolves.
Okay, so well, I thought you liked werewolves already, man.
They terrify me.
Okay, so this werewolf, I really wanted to have like a sympathetic sort of story. With all the werewolf stories I've seen, well, not all of them, but the most iconic one is like, oh, this he's like tearing shit up. I want that to happen, but I also wanted him to have like a sort of Peter Parker story. So you have the werewolf. Sorry, I'm not good at this, but shoot. The werewolf is pretty much how I say he wants to sorry, I'm drawing blanks.
No problem. That's why that's what we're here, so we can pull it out of you. You're gonna make us tell you about it. Or you're gonna make you tell us about it. This see, sympathetic werewolf. See those words I can't make them connect. The only sympathetic werewolf I ever felt bad for is what was the character's name from Darkstalkers, Eric? There's a werewolf character in that game.
Yeah. I've not been Darkstalkers.
I don't remember. Anyway,
Pop says Indie Volt just ordered center ice. Cool. Pops. Good.
Thanks, Pop.
Okay. So I see that now. Okay.
We have a reluctant werewolf. What?
Yeah, pretty much. So in the story,
look at that.
The werewolf is pretty much out of his mind. In my story, the werewolves they are sentient, but they have this thing that pretty much when they smell blood or when they get enraged, they go into this sort of frenzy. So half the time he's the werewolf's not in control of his own actions.
Mm-hmm. Kind of a bloodlust.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So the main part of this first issue is we walk in, we see that the werewolf just killed a bunch of people, but things aren't really adding up. So the whole point of the mystery is to figure out first off who this guy is and what's going on. We haven't seen anything like this before.
Cool.
Oh yeah, John Talbane. But
yeah, I think there's a lot of folks in the chat comparing this to John Tottleman, right?
John Tottleman? Oh, John Talbane.
Talbane? Yeah.
Yeah, from Darkstalkers. That's what you're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, it's sort of like that. He's sort of cursed in a way. He can't really find a way to get cured from the form, so he kind of has to deal with it.
Couple different covers here. Some work in progress covers.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
beautiful artwork.
There we go.
Nope. Look at that.
That's one just for you.
Yeah. Although I do, this hair is cool.
How about the Scooby-Doo
cover? It is.
That one's the one right there. It's like, wow,
that's a good cover.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It's done by Dan Smith. He's the guy that did a zombie book called Worms Crawling. Dude, if you haven't read it, I suggest you go and do that. It's pretty good.
Cool.
Some hats here, shirts,
merchandise, apparel. Yeah.
He's got his everything up here. So now let's see here. I want to look at the pledges or the tiers. For rookie, use please academy. This tier gets you a physical copy of Wolf's Bane #1 and 2 free stickers. So there it is. That's what he's shipping us anywhere in the world. So for the 88,811, so 88,811 people listening on Indie Volt Radio, we can make Aaron really not like us by having you.
What was that number again?
88,811.
88,000. Hey, we appreciate each and every one of you.
88,811. So he's at $5. Was that $5 or something? $5? Yeah, $5 or more. Anywhere in the world, he's willing to ship it. Let's make him regret it. No, that's a great problem to have, I think. Well, maybe. I don't know. If you got a bunch of orders from overseas, it might not be a great problem to have. But, hey, overseas.
I'll take your overseas orders if you don't want them.
Yeah.
There we go. Ding, ding.
And how long was it? Let me go back up to I keep forgetting that.
Scroll up.
Yeah, yep. There we go. All right. So you got 43 days left to go. You got 43 backers too.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, so we're gonna. I think I might want to read this one. If for no other reason, I can message you afterwards and say, "Why'd you do this to me?"
Oh, definitely.
And you're already past your goal, so anybody backing this campaign is going to get the book. So.
True. We're actually doing stretch goals now. If we make it to 1,000, I'm giving out a cover. It's gonna be free for the anyone who backed the $20 and $30 pledges, and everyone else is able to get it as an add-on.
Sweet.
Sounds good. That's Wolfsbane, WULFSBANE #1 pre-order over on Kickstarter. You got 40 days left to go over there and get it, but by not getting there now, help them get to that $1,000 stretch goal.
Now, when the pre-order is over, is there going to be an official campaign, or is this the official campaign?
Oh, the official campaign. I'm actually launching it October 31st on my website, wolfbanecomics.com, and we're gonna be I don't know. I'm thinking of doing something special to commemorate that.
There you go. Yeah. Werewolf versus detectives.
I think the universe is trying to tell Varian that he needs to be a fan of werewolves.
There you are. Yeah.
I've
seems to be a growing trend.
Oh, definitely. Like when I first started, I didn't know how many werewolf comics were out there. I was like, wait, what? There are other people doing this?
Yeah.
Since when?
Yeah, there's a lot of werewolf. And I'll be honest with you, all the ones that I've read have been pretty good. They all bring something a little new to the table. The werewolf comic that I created, but I'm having Lola script, I bring nothing new to the table. Absolutely nothing. Pops is back for 44 on that. Thank you, Pops.
Thank you,
appreciate it.
Thank you.
And now let's let me see here. Where is my? Sorry, I'm working. I have another program that's open that is throttling my computer, so my connection seems to be a little weird. But
yeah,
I'm trying to pull double duty over there.
Yeah, I'm trying.
We want to remind our listeners that we are over on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed over there, go over there and subscribe. We are officially, as of today, we are officially monetized. So please go over there and give us a super chat. Help Varian afford this bandwidth that is not cheap, so that we can reach more audience all around the world. We appreciate everybody listening on Indie Volt Radio. Love you all.
Speaking of affording, don't we have some sponsors that we need to check in with?
Sure. I can run a couple of them.
Has anyone noticed Indie Princess has invaded Varian's profile photo? Yes.
Yes, she has. She's in there. All right, we'll pay some quick bills. There we go.
Hang on, folks.
Hey, it's Belle from Liberty Entertainment Distribution. We've got quality indie comics in hand ready to ship to you now. Yes, really. And it gets better. At Liberty, publishers set their own wholesale pricing, and we don't take any fees, so don't wait. Call or visit me today at ledg.us or call 1-800-525-2091.
And that was Liberty Entertainment Distribution helping to get your independent comics into stores. Keeping me busy, keeping me very drained. It's part of the reason why I'm so tired lately.
And folks out there listening, if you have a retailer out there who's looking for product to sell, you're going to want to check out ledg.us. It's a different kind of distributor. You order what is already in-house, what Varian already has at the warehouse. He ships it out immediately upon receiving your order. Then you get it to your store, bagged and boarded, so that you can take it right out of the box, put it right on the shelf, make some money.
Yeah, unlike some of those other guys that just take a stack of comics, throw it in a box, you might end up with damages, dog ears, whatnot. We've got really nice premium boxes. All your comics that you're ordering for your store are bubble wrapped and bagged and boarded, as Randy said. So for those of you who are creators out there, when you get your books in stores, know that your books will be well taken care of all the way to the shelf. So get yourself signed up for Liberty, ledg.us. You can set your own wholesale prices that the local comic shops will see, and they can put your books on the shelves. They will arrive there safely and well packaged.
And again, this is an instant order, instant receive. As fast as the shipping can get it to you. It's not something that you have to order and then worry about for 3 months about whether or not it's going to come out, if there'll be another issue or whatever. Those books that are on the site are available immediately, and they'll get into your hands as fast as Liberty can get them to you. And as somebody who has retailed over a matter of years, I know how important it is, especially with retailer budgets, to be able to get product in and out the door as quickly as possible. So, and this is what Liberty is designed for. Varian took quite a few years studying the distribution market and literally made a company designed for retailers.
There's a picture of the box.
Yeah, it's a standard box. Yeah, Pictures Be Crazy's brand, and it makes it very photogenic with that box. Looks good. Yeah, it's been really having so many people contact me, a lot of publishers, and they're interested, and it's been really cool to talk to people and kind of bring them all together to get these books out. Keeps me busy, which is a good thing.
And this company is literally like a snowball rolling down the hill as well. It's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. The more retailers we get, the more publishers we get, the more notice we receive. And Liberty is just going to get larger and larger because of the way that they do business. So definitely, if you know a retailer, have them check out ledg.us. If you are a publisher, you want to check out the same thing, ledg.us, and consider being distributed by Liberty.
And after that rousing, almost infomercial for Liberty, I'm takes it back down to the dregs.
To the dregs.
The dregs, but they pay me.
They do. Sorry, folks.
Yeah, here we go.
This video is sponsored by Too Hard, the #1 natural erection formula. You can never be too hard.
I had to play for money.
You have a whole spectrum of products. Just go up there and check them out. Dietary supplements.
Dietary supplements.
They even got stuff for females.
Oh.
No. They do. And some great looking logos too. Awesome. Awesome characters.
Who knows anymore?
Who knows anymore?
So guys,
should we also drop the Gemini?
Sure.
The the Gemini hint, folks. We're very fortunate to be involved with GeminiComicSupply.com. Anybody that does their own campaigns knows already about Gemini mailers and how important it is to get your books to the hands of their backers in a safest way possible. And we can't recommend Gemini mailers highly enough. And in fact, we're in with them with a special coupon code. If you go to the GeminiComicSupply.com and order from Gemini Comic Supply, on your way out the door, use the coupon code VOLT10, VOLT10, and they'll take 10% off your order as a favor to us here at Indie Volt and courtesy of GeminiComicSupply.com, who we are happy to have as sponsors of the show.
With the award show coming up, I've been getting that's other stuff that's coming in too. So
More
it's
stuff.
very busy, very busy time. I also wanted to bring up one other thing too, because I don't think we showed their page.
That should be the about it for the ads, right?
Yeah,
almost.
Yeah, that's it. That's it for the ads for now. Yeah, I wanted to. That's right.
There it is.
Pay those bills.
Pay those bills.
We didn't bring up their the website, but I wanted to take a look at it. Heroes for Causes. There's Center Ice and Pathway.
And this is heroesforcauses.com?
Correct.
And that's the number 4. Heroes, the number 4 causes.
No, oh yeah.
The website is FOR, yeah.
FOR, okay.
We
spelled out.
We tried to be clever and it didn't work. Yeah.
All right. So it's spelled out, heroesforcauses.com.
Yes.
And
the thing to remember is literally everything we sell on there, all proceeds go right to the charities we work with. Whether it be Colton Underwood's Legacy Foundation for Pathway or American Cancer Society with Center Ice, we don't keep anything. It all goes right to our charity partners.
That's cool.
But what a great idea,
yeah.
To do superheroes off of actual people.
Yeah, all of our. Okay, but Center Ice, like I said, is based off a kid named Weston who's only 14, had brain cancer 4 times already. He actually just finished his last round of chemo like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, let me see here. Like, the kids who anybody who battles these diseases, they're superheroes in their own right. But to see them, done this way is really cool. I think everyone should go over there to this site, to Heroes for Causes, check it out, and donate as much as you can. We talk about that a lot, Randy, about donations. We've been, I don't want to say we've been burned, but we've given out donations before.
Yeah,
we've had situations that but
you have the donate link. People can obviously use for if they'd like to, or they can also just buy the books off the shopping part on there. And since both of that, all of it goes right to our charity part. Yeah, we do it both ways. That way, people who, if they don't really want the book but they wanted to support the cause, they could just donate. Or if they want the book or the T-shirts or any of the other merch, they can do it that way as well.
What I like about you guys too is that, again, you got a history of completing. It's not like it's just, oh, here we're gonna. Scott, what's your donation? That's, we did have I think I wanted to, at one point, I think we were talking about putting Pathways into our buzz box at one point. So, if we can ever do the buzz box again, I definitely want to put some more cool stuff in it, just like this.
Yeah, so we've completed 2 books now. With Center Ice, we actually got lucky. We didn't need to Kickstarter anything because when we worked with American Cancer Society, they're obviously a very huge organization.
Right.
Well, the Tampa Bay Lightning, as well as one of the larger McDonald's franchises, basically paid the whole thing for them.
Wow.
So,
sweet.
Yeah, we have quotes in the book by like Dick Vitale and a couple other people. So
good causes get good backers.
I mean, that's the goal. We hope so.
Yeah.
Especially with me being one of those sick kids we based it off of. Like, I myself have cystic fibrosis, so.
You think there's I was talking to a friend of mine, must have been about maybe 3 or so months ago, and he told me that he was thinking if some of his battles he has these back spasms. He has that back problems his entire life, but he told me that that's what made him write so much, that he was dealing with all this pain all the time, that he didn't want to go outside, so he'd stay up, watch movies, do some writing. I didn't. I don't know. Do you think that has a little bit more to do with creativity? Like you're kind of forced to be creative when you're disabled?
Not necessarily forced to be creative, but a lot of times we don't have anyone in our immediate lives who understand what we're going through, but we still have to be able to get that out. So maybe we see a therapist, maybe we go online with a support group, or like us, we created these books to help people explain that. Because a lot of people just don't understand.
I think it's important to note that with Pathway, like it's based on Jeremiah, obviously, and then as we moved into Center Ice, it's based on Weston. So we really try to make sure that there's a real human touch point, both so that we have accuracy in what we're trying to depict in a fun way. You know what I mean? But it's pretty heavy themes that we're trying to just kind of, I don't want to say entertain with, but we kind of want to get the point across what's going on. So Jeremiah and Joseph have definitely made sure that we have a real human face to what we're trying to do. And I came to this cause because my cousin actually had cystic fibrosis and passed away from it quite a few years ago. So I jumped at the chance to be able to kind of do something to kind of bring attention to Jason and what he went through. So, and I think that's what Jeremiah was saying. Yeah, it's nice. And what you were saying too, Aaron, is that, sometimes these guys don't realize how heroic maybe they are. The rest of us go through our lives thinking that a flat tire, or, we're running low on gas, or, maybe our boss is a jerk and we're being so heroic by doing that. And we don't realize that day to day, these kids and adults are going through some really serious things. And we just wanted to make sure that we represent them as the superheroes that they really kind of are. And then hopefully bring a little bit of attention, but also maybe just bring a little bit of enjoyment to them as they're going through. And they're like, hey, there's me, there's a character that reflects what I go through and what I have to live through. And the three of us really, along with that, we also just kind of wanted, there's quite a bit of division out there in the comic fandom right now. It seems like everybody's trying to be at each other's throat, kind of go back to that Kickstarter or to the Indiegogo conversation. And we just kind of want to remind people that, comics were there to entertain, but to inspire. And we've been inspired by these kids and by these folks that have gone through all this. And so this is kind of our way of saying thank you, and hopefully kind of bringing some folks back to the fold that are like, comics, the heck with them. If it's not Frank Miller's Dark Knight throwing some mutant off the roof, then I don't know if I want it. And we're like, that's where, there's a niche for that, obviously. And I enjoy those stories as much as everybody, but we really want just to kind of get the comics out there and into the hands of as many people as want to read them. And then hopefully as they're like, hey, you know what, I kind of dig this. And they go to not our sponsors, but they go to our partners and really kind of kick up some of that charity. And it's kind of important to us that these kids are, that they have some kind of representation out there,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We all have, our favorite heroes that we identify with on kind of a base level. I mean, whether it's Spider-Man because of his attitude, or, maybe you did lose your parents like Batman, whatever. We all have somebody we identify with. But I mean, when you're growing up and spending 80% of your life in a hospital bed, who do you really have to identify with?
Mm-hmm.
These guys.
Yeah, my wife's brother passed away from cystic fibrosis at the age of 18, and
sorry to hear that.
I've heard a lot about what he went through, and that was basically his life, and whatever he could get a hold of, to hold on to a little bit of normalcy. That's what he cherished. So I'm really glad to see that you guys are doing this. This will definitely be a long-term support for me. If you need some help with art for a future project, just let me know. I'd be more than happy to
appreciate that. So Jeremiah and I are flapping our gums a lot because Joseph is telling us that he's been muted by somebody outside from himself. He's usually our most talkative spokesperson. So
Joseph has been. Let me see. He ought to be able to unmute himself. Yeah. There, he's open now. Nope. There he is.
Dedicate
Hear me
thing
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, what these guys said, I mean, they've heard me flap my gums enough that I think they know the pitch pretty well. But, just, we had a pitch with the Akron Children's General Hospital, talking to them about, maybe bringing a whole host of causes and heroes to the forefront. And all we want to do is we want to tell the stories of the true superheroes out there, because, we might not think Superman's not real and Batman's not real, but kids like Weston and, Jeremiah, they're true superheroes in the sense of the word. And all we want to do is amplify those stories and share them with other people that are going through the same things, and also get a little bit of support outside of those specific communities, and just inspire other kids. Because if a kid can wear a superhero cape for a minute or a half hour, they can forget about all the troubles and all the worries and everything that they're fighting at that time, and just be a kid. And, and if we can give them their very own superhero, then we completed our mission at the end of the day.
That's fantastic. I also want to put you guys in touch with Scleroderma Foundation, which is the autoimmune disease that I have, and there's a kid's version of the disease, and it's really really pretty terrifying. So I want to definitely put you in charge with them, because Scleroderma is really bad at PR. It's like the number 3 killer of autoimmune diseases and the lowest that gets any funding. Yeah, I'm always on the lookout for ways that we can kind of help push education there. So definitely want to put you guys in touch.
Yeah, just send me their information when you get a chance.
Yeah,
I'll reach out as soon as I get it.
And Randy and Varian, with Liberty, I don't know if there's something that we can figure out. I know we're working with Mark from Comic Books for Kids for the distribution for kids are actually fighting the diseases that we represent. But maybe there's something we can do with Liberty to get some of these books out to more stores. Even if they're just distributing them for awareness. Maybe we can figure something else out like that. And I don't want to put too much on your plate. I know you got lots of work lined up and stuff, but maybe there's something there.
Yeah, that sounds like something we can definitely do. Absolutely.
I'm sorry, guys. I have to go. I have to feed my wife at some point this evening. So I appreciate you letting us be on. I'm gonna turn it over to you guys to do all the talking anyway.
Nothing like a hangry wife. Can't have that.
Right. Yeah, right. I'll be in Dutch. Right. Thank you, guys.
Donovan, you do the artwork on the books before you leave.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm the penciler. I'm the penciler on it. Yes, sir. And the concept artist for it.
Let folks know how they can get a hold of you.
I'm at it's through Heroes for Causes, but I'm also at donovanpeterson@gmail.com. Donovan Peterson on all the social medias. I try to keep it as simple as possible. DONOVANPETERSEN. Apparently it's Dutch, not English. So yeah, I'm out there. All of them. From Instagram to Facebook to I even tried TikTok because Jeremiah jumped on there and it baffles me. But I'm out there. Heroes for Cause is always a good way to get hold of me too, because we all three of us check that every day.
There you go. Awesome.
So thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Donovan, thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you.
We'll have you on again real soon to talk about this very, very great cause. So
please do. Yeah. Thank you guys. Appreciate all you're doing.
All right. Bye-bye. You take care.
You too.
He definitely has to keep the wife happy. Me and Joseph tease him all the time because it's way out of his league. But we tease him constantly about it. He's like, "Yeah, I know. I got lucky."
That's heroesforcauses.com. You can go and check it out. Yeah, guys, I do have a question from IndieVolt Radio, and it's been sitting waiting. So I guess we can all kind of go around rapid fire and answer this one.
How's the radio numbers looking for you, Sam?
We are at 98,886.
We appreciate each and every one of you out there listening. IndieVolt Radio.
Yeah.
Also over on YouTube, guys, we just became monetized today. We've only got a $2 super chat from Pops, so feel free to tip us out there. We're going to be using those super chats in order to afford the broadband, in order to do the internet radio. So it all goes right back into the company.
Yeah, it does.
Everything that YouTube doesn't keep, and we're gracious to YouTube for allowing us that service. So thank you.
Now this one comes from Edwin.
Edwin.
Who, Edwin, who I believe is definitely not my brother Edwin, but
Not your brother. Okay.
And it's not any Edwin's ever been on the show, but this Edwin says that okay, I'll read it. This is entertaining up here.
Oh, Joe. Cut to the
All
quick.
right, Joe.
You heard it. You heard it. Entertain me, and I will pay you the money.
That's I was gonna figure out what we could do to entertain him. But so anyway, this is from Edwin, and and Edwin
Thanks,
says,
Lola.
Edwin says, "Hello, Indie Volt. I'm writing in because I would like your opinion. I felt like a snitch a few weekends ago when I watched a guy walk around the convention floor a few times before setting up shop, squatting at a table near me. I realized this man was not who was supposed to be sitting at that table. I also realized after a while that he is a guy I've seen do this before. He walks into a show with his luggage looking for an empty table. And so basically, Edwin here told, and the guy got in trouble.
Good.
And Edwin feels like a snitch. Edwin, while that was a snitch move, I understand why you did it. You paid to be there. Why should this person be able to come in and just get a free table? That's not right. And so even though yes, you snitched, you done good.
Really, I wouldn't feel bad about that at all, especially if you paid for a table.
Right.
To be at the show, seeing somebody come in and freeload like that's not good for anybody, especially not the convention organizers. So letting them know that it's just, I don't know. I don't even know if I would consider that as snitching. Would you?
It's not really snitching.
Was it snitching?
I mean,
we don't pay for our tables at the conventions, but that's only because the convention is aware of that and donates it to us.
Right, that's different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, yes, it was kind of a snitch move, but I mean, so is calling the cops when you see somebody stealing something. So,
well, it's the same thing as that guy who was dead earlier. Yeah, that you have to let people know. There has to be a certain level of ethics that has to maintain. This guy needs to man up and buy his own freaking tables instead of freeloading.
I know somebody who does it.
Say what?
I know someone who does it.
Freeloads? I only go where I'm invited.
No. They don't freeload. Basically, they come to a show, they bring their stuff in, and they say, "Hey, man," like they'll stop at my table. How's it going?
I know a guy used to bring his own table, right? Is that who you're talking? Guy used to carry a table in like a briefcase situation. He'd set it up right there and draw for somebody.
No, that was the guy at the show. No, but that was a guy at the show doing that. But
that's not good either.
Yeah, no, I have a friend who will bring his stuff in, and he'll kind of, you'll see him talking and stopping and talking with everyone. And I think it's so he can scout the con. And next thing you know, he's got his shade up. And I don't see him at many cons, but at least once a year he pops up.
Brian, we appreciate the $2. You didn't have to pay us, but because you're on the air. But
more money.
Thank you. Problem with, all right, let's say like with MegaCon, say you showed up Thursday while everyone was setting up. You found the director of the convention, was like, "Hey, did anybody cancel? Any chance I could get a table just so there's not empty space?" And if they say yes, go for it. But don't just show up like, pay admission fee and then sneak in there.
Freeload.
Yeah, exactly. Don't do
that. The other thing too is for cons, since cons are back, and there are, guys, there are scams out there. I was at a convention about 2 years ago, myself, Eric, and Lola, and there was people across from us was they were running a midway game basically on the show floor.
Mm-hmm.
And that kept popping up, and they kept trying to figure out little ways to kind of cleverly hide the fact that you were playing a midway game. And these conventions are constantly put them out because that's not allowed. But hey, look, these people are getting. Another guy had.
In some states, you have to have a license for that kind of thing anyway.
Yeah, another guy had fake like fake Funko Pops. You know, he's selling it, you know, they're regular prices, but they're, you know, there's all kind of scams out there right now. Just be careful. I know we're all eager to get back to Comic Cons, but you know, think about stuff right before you, especially before you buy it.
Absolutely.
Ryan, we were going to mention alternation before you left anyway. We make sure folks will know. You don't have to pay us $2 for that. That's not all good. It's all good.
We'll payola never hurt though. I'm telling you right now, man.
Yeah. we can definitely be
Happy to
bribed.
do
You
really.
don't have to.
I like bribes. I don't know.
Now, again, the alternation figures that you've got. Randy, you have that link? All right.
I don't. Is that in the chat?
Yeah.
Well, for what it's worth, I threw my hat in the ring on that.
I can definitely pull that up here. I got it. You want me to swing it in there?
Yes, please.
Not a problem.
Yeah. Eric, Dinosaur Man could fit in there too, man. He's
heck yeah.
Yeah, he's primed for that type of action figure treatment.
And
wanting to do my own toys has just been something from from the very beginning of creating anything. I was like, okay, how can I make this into a toy? And I've done ZBrush training, Blender training, but because I got all this other stuff going, it gets old, it gets rusty, and I have to relearn from start. You know, even though I've kind of tried to figure out the articulation and stuff, it's just there's so much that goes into it. For one person to take it on is incredible. But what you've got going on here, man, this is next level.
Yeah,
I'm happy to help. Anything you have on that you're interested in seeing about, like doing a toy for it, you know, let me know. I mean, I think I gave you an email. If not, yeah, hit me up by email. Happy to walk you through anything if you, no matter how you know what level you're at. I guess it's fine.
Dreaded dinosaur toy.
Yeah,
make sure everyone had one for every. You got me one on Christmas, Eric. Yeah, it's the same figure. It's not even a variant. What's going on?
Well, also maybe get your figure made, and it'll have a variant.
Yeah.
And folks, Bomber, the Bomber toy, the character has pouches.
Yes,
you got it. I mean,
look at that.
He's got a whole utility suit, not just a utility belt. You know,
that's
prepared
awesome.
for every situation, and he's got snacks.
There you go.
Marmalade CV says hi, hello.
Amazing.
Hi, Marmalade CV.
Looks great.
Thank you.
The production values on your commercial alone, just like wow.
Oh yeah. Reminds me of the old style toy commercials you'd see on Saturday morning.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if the bad guy from Spider-Man named Scorpion ever had a little sister, but if he did, I'm assuming him or her and Bane hooked up at this point.
I do like the fact that the background back there, with the power box and the electrical, not almost the pylons, but the post here.
Yeah,
that's real cool because I studied. The wife is studying photography in college, which means that I'm studying photography in college as well, and I got a big new appreciation for toy photography, especially when it's good. If it's good, you don't notice it, but if it's bad, it's glaring. And but yeah, these that was really cool with the background there, man. It took some time to set up. I can appreciate that.
Yeah, I built the background, and a photographer friend of ours, neighbor, did the photos. So she did work on American Pickers, if you're familiar with that show.
Cool.
Yeah.
Uncut mini comics.
Yeah, we're selling. That was the other thing I didn't mention. We're doing something kind of different with Kickstarter, and we're doing a reverse auction. to where we started add-on items really high, and then we're bringing them down gradually. So we still get the highest price for them, but there's still only one bid really. And so we're giving or selling our prototypes that way. So a lot of the times the prototypes, we have to make cost reductions before we go to a full mass market or mass production thing, because otherwise it would just be like this one right there, all those little tiny circles on his skin. That's another 3 cents for each one of those circles, and then that you got to multiply that by 5 for your MSRP. So there was no way that would ever get made. So we're now selling. We reduced the price, the actual toy, and now somebody can buy the original. What it would have been if we were going to sell $100 figure.
Yeah, look at that face. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, the intent was that those would have been glow-in-the-dark rings, but again, just too much money. We wanted to be able to sell these toys to kids and adults. So
18 months, huh?
I would love to see like a local comic
more or
shop.
less.
At a local comic shop, you've got the alternation comic, and then a row of the toys right next to it.
Yeah, we did. Actually, we have if any of your listeners are retailers, we do have a whole floor set up for toys and comics all together. So it's really nice. So you don't even have to make the lame excuse that, hey, I don't have room on my shelf for this. We got you covered.
That's terrific.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Yeah.
And I didn't mean to call any of your retailers lame, so don't take it that way. It was just a joke.
I'm usually the one that gets in trouble for something that I was perceived to have said about retailers. Remember that, Randy?
Yeah.
That was great. I like that figure. That guy right there.
Yeah.
Looks cool.
You've got him as you've got all the phase ones as add-ons, correct?
We do. We have variant editions of the phase ones as add-ons, and then there's also a pledge level where you can just get everything we've made at the mass product, the regular non-variant versions. And then that's another one right there. That the Rhino character, he had that was a prototype right there. So
the bull.
Down one more, but yeah, that is a prototype as well. I'm sorry.
Love
down
that guy.
One. Yeah, that's what a prototype
Right
looks
there.
like unpainted. Yeah, and so he's got a little more detail on that prototype as well. Just better paint operations, more detail. It'd make a really nice addition. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're all military characters, and he's a spoof of not spoof, but we took the name from Kilroy was here. So
yeah,
World War II. Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you so much for having us, guys. I've got to get going. There's some treatments I got to get done.
No problem, Jeremiah. We're getting ready to get out of here anyway. So thank you for being here.
Anytime.
Before you go, can you tell everyone where they can find you if they want to reach out?
On Facebook, I'm just my regular name, Jeremiah Stemple. On all the other socials, I'm Pathway CF Superhero.
Excellent. Thank you for being here with us. We will be checking in with Jeremiah and his team very soon too. Afterwards.
Have a good night.
Yep. Keep us informed as to how you're doing. All right. How the Heroes for Causes is going.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming on.
And I guess it is about that time, Randy, where we start wrapping it up.
Yes, it is.
So I will let Joseph start. Joseph, I think you muted yourself now, haven't you? Pretty sure you are.
There you go.
Where can people reach out to you at, sir?
So Heroes for Causes, either for or spelled out FOR, it'll send you to the same website. But that's where you can find me and the team. And then I also do a little bit of writing and independent comics stuff on the side too. So on the socials, I'm at Joseph A. Michael.
Cool. And Ryan.
Yeah, the easiest way to get to us is www.alternationkickstarter.com. That's where our Kickstarter's going on. That's where we need all of our focus right now.
Okay. That's alternation.
Alternation
Kickstarter.com.
Kickstarter.com. Correct.
Alternationkickstarter.com. Go over there and take a look at those action figures. Just incredible stuff. Aaron, tell folks how they can find you.
All right. You can reach us at our website, www.wolfspaincomics.com. I'm also on Twitter and Instagram at Wolfspain Comics.
And again, that's Wolfsbane #1 pre-order, right? Over on Kickstarter.
Correct.
WULFSBANE.
Awesome. And you guys can always find me at Dreaded Dinosaur on all the social medias, the Twitters, the Facebooks, the Instagrams. You'll find me in person this weekend at Planet Comic-Con, Kansas City. I'll be set up there with my anime and my wrestling, and I can't wait to get over to Arthur Bryant's for some really good barbecue, some of the best burnt ends in the country. And yeah, and I'll see you around the globe, around the country at other shows coming up later on. If you want to, check out Webtoon or Tapas and look for Dreaded Dinosaur Man and read my own character there and check that out. And of course, there's a few copies left of Roddy Piper and the Kilted Avenger over at Pro Wrestling Tees. Your last chance to get the first printing before the second printing comes in, and it's got some changes.
And Miss Lola.
If you guys want to track me down, go to Linktree indie_princess, and all my links are there.
Very good. Randy.
Cool. I'm Randy Zimmerman. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Twitter under Randy Zim. But most of all, you can find Arrow Comics 4.0 at Linktree. There's a Linktree for Arrow Comics 4.0. There are 2 Facebook pages, one for Arrow Comics 4.0 and one's for Friends of Arrow Comics 4.0. And we have the usual Instagram and the Twitter as well for Arrow Comics. Go over there and check us out. We're available exclusively through Liberty Entertainment Distributors, ledg.us. We have 4 products already ready to go out to the retailers. That's HeroBot Zero, that's Luke Stone's Hybrids, Russ Leach's Only Death Can Save Us, and of course the Indie Volt Revolt 32-page direct market edition. That's a sequential art showcase that you don't want to miss. The best quality black and white short stories that we can put together between 2 covers. So go over there and check it out over at ledg.us, Arrow Comics 4.0. There'll be more announcements coming soon. We have another set of books that are getting ready to go to press now, and I'm currently working on the set after that as we speak. So looking forward to supplying some great content available for retailers, and again through Liberty Entertainment, ledg.us.
Thank you. And of course, I'm Varian Grant. If you want to send in questions, you can do so by emailing us at indievoltlive@indievolt.com. Include IndieVolt Live in the subject, and please keep those emails to 90 words or less so I can write them up, put them on those little cards, and we'll make fun of you.
Yep. Send in those werewolf images.
There you go. Yep.
Also, if you want to send, if you want to listen in, you can do that. It's really easy. Download the IndieVolt Radio app on Google Play, Alexa. If you have an iPhone, go to the Apple App Store, Streamer, tune in. They'll also bring you to IndieVolt Radio as well. Independent music, talk, entertainment news like this. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's great stuff. But just in case you don't like the radio, take it over your TV too. If I'm on a streaming network, IndieVolt TV on Roku or Roku-enabled devices. It's free. Streaming independent movies, some wrestling, some long-form content. Much like this episode. So when if the powers that be say you can't say that on our platform, we say fine, we put it on our own platform. And we got a bunch of other stuff going over there too very soon, some specials and some documentaries we filmed. I'm Varian Grant everywhere else on social media, KYD_V on Twitter, indievolt.com. Check out the indievotawards.com. We'll be announcing all of the nominees, I think by the end of the week. So Or all the submissions, I believe. The submissions will be announcing.
Okay.
By the end of the week, yeah. Submissions. All the,
We might have to dedicate like Thursday's breakfast buzz for that.
It's possible. It's possible. We'll get around to it. It's going to be a good show, though. I'm excited for it. September 18th. Tickets will be being available too very soon because there's a limited seating capacity.
Mm-hmm.
Not because of the bugs, because of the venue. That's all.
Because it's limited seating capacity. Yeah. We are we having a Geekgasm tomorrow night, Ms. Lola? No.
Lola says
okay.
No.
You'll find Varian and myself, and perhaps Daphne Lage coming in on the Breakfast Buzz Thursday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then on Saturday, Pitches Be Crazy, right at about 2:30.
Yep.
On Saturday, that's a unique show where people who have campaigns come out and do a unique pitch under a specific theme, and the most entertaining one of the night actually gets backed by INDIE Volt, up to $50. So
that's right.
We love having folks on who have their campaigns and a sense of humor and aren't afraid to entertain the masses. So it's a great show. It's a lot of fun. If you haven't seen that yet, we are archived over on YouTube. Feel free to go over there and look at any of our shows. There are hours and hours of programming over there waiting for you to enjoy. Then again,
and I am scheduling people right now for pitches. So if you are interested, please get in contact with me.
Please get a hold of Lola for that. She's doing the scheduling for the Pitches Be Crazy. And then Sunday morning, I host a program called the Sunday Funnies at 9 a.m. where we try to talk about the more whimsical and fun side of comics, try to put the fun back in funny books, and put on people that might not necessarily be doing superheroes, but if they are, it's entertaining. Superheroes, a fun, more whimsical side of comics. That's the Sunday Funnies, 9 a.m. Sunday morning. So please tune in then. Is there anything else?
No, that's it. I will take this out of here, though.
And
thanks everybody for coming on.
Yeah, I want to thank our guests. We'll link your campaigns in the video description below as well.
Yep.
Thank you to everybody in the chat. Glad you're chiming in. And don't forget, we're eligible for super chats now. So put a little bit of extra icing on your comment.
Yep.
Just a little bit. Never hurts.
Never
Sorry,
hurts.
I'm stalling on looking at that. All right, here we go.
You going to take us out? You want me to take us out?
All right.
Yay! Think about what you've accomplished.
How can you close me up? On what ground?
I'm shocked to find that gambling is going on in here.